BA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one. as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Carolina Panthers. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Right to the air goes Ward. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And their coach told us the other day that they wanted to get him in a nice groove right out of the gate. And one way to do that, give him quick throws where he can get the ball out of his hand in a hurry, as he did there.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second and a yard. Throwing now, Ward. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10, right at the 40. And he stopped immediately there. Deonte Banks there on the stop. The Panthers had 1-11 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Now is second and 10. To throw, here's Ward. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Ward from the gun on third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 16. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed that went right into the game plan. Attack them early, see if they're going to play any better, and if not, you keep the pressure on them until things change.
Here's Ward. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are on the board first here this afternoon. Will Lutz on for the point after. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he tries to get as much as he can here while protecting the football as he dives to the ground. Looking to put a drive together. Richardson to throw off play action. Now he's going to step up and run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Come on.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll just get rid of it.
One thing you always worry about when breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Okay.
2nd and 10.
Here we go. Stretch the Eagles. Come 19 side. 19.
Here's Richardson to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Richardson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
79, 18, 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Richardson looking to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal.
Maverick. 18, Pioneer. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
Now Richardson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Lions take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. A beautiful fake. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Trevor Etienne, 44 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead. What's good on the extra point? And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
It's a gain of 35.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
79 Broncos.
Richardson looking to throw this. The throw out wide going to be incomplete. You look at this Carolina defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
60 by 6. Panther 80. Panther 11. Panther 11. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Now it's Richardson. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Here we go, here we go. Panthers 60, Panthers 18, pioneer.
Richardson out of the shotgun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one. Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Ready? Hot 70, hot warrior 70. Hot.
To throw is Ward. Got a man and he hits him in stride. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Okay, break.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, Ward. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Lutz with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Panthers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Come on, come on.
Running out of the gun with ETN. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Ready, break.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go. Cougar 19. Cap 60, cap 60.
Ward. And he fires one incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
He'll try and do this himself. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Off the option, here's Gibbs. Oh, able to avoid him. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27. Richardson working from the gun. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. From the left side, it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the 1st down.
Let's go now. 70 Lions. Warriors 70.
Back to throw. Richardson. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Buffalo 18. 70 Timberwolves. 60 Mavericks. 60 Mavericks. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
From the shotgun, Richardson. Now he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Anthony Richardson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Lions have cut it back within a score.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
The extra point splits the uprights, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Here we go.
Now Ward. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the first down.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing is Ward. To the right side, hauled in by McMillan. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Come on.
Operating from the gun. Moore. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Jatavion Sanders, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
On that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
19 Tiger. 70 Rangers.
From just shy of midfield, Richardson. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 37.
Richardson going to change the play here.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 36 yards on the play.
It is a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Looking to throw. Richardson. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great effort there. in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Lions are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today is track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But fortunately, a Panther was able to get on this. So Carolina keeps the ball.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Here's Richardson throwing to start the drive. His throw incomplete.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Operating from the gun, Richardson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Into the hands of Williams across the formation.
And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Here we go. 60 by 70 rings. Victoria 70. 18, Rambler. 18, Pioneer. 79 Broncos. Ready.
Going for it on 4th, Richardson. That is caught.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And Richardson looks to throw once more.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Lions are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are all tied at 28. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand-new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And, Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2, much more manageable. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
Let's go now.
There's a short throw caught by Sanders.
And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
Out of the gun, Ward.
Over the middle, it's complete. Only able to gain a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw, here's Ward.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Aiden Hutchinson in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were in the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Richardson off the play fake.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
Tight, 19, Panther, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
Again, it's Richardson.
And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Come on.
Working out of the gun here, Ward. There's a short throw caught by Sanders.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
He'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field. Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Ready?
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks run with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a gain, hard to argue against calling it.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Throwing now, Ward. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's brought down. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers, and a first down here.
Panthers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Ward. That is caught. McMillan with it. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there.
Now a diving catch made just beyond the line of scrimmage. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown laying himself out in the end zone. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. What's good on the extra point? And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. A short throw to Musgrave. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Gibbs straight ahead. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
Panther 60, Dragon 60. 79, Buffalo 18.
Now Richardson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 44 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Richardson out of the shotgun. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Richardson looking to throw. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. It'll be a gain of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to the air with Richardson. Finds Gibbs on the check down.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Play action. Now Richardson.
And this is going to be incomplete. That has to feel like a very unsatisfying drive, right? You move the ball all that way, and then you can't convert on 3rd down.
But it was satisfying up until that point. Almost like a great movie, and then the film cuts out before the big ending.
7 Pirates! 7 Pirates!
Fourth down, desperation time. Here's Richardson.
A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down, and that will force a turnover on downs. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting 1st downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Second down and 8.
Come on, ready?
ETN once more.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell them to take care of the ball.
They'll have the 1st down and more than that.
Touchdown, Carolina! A great play there with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season.
And the Panthers might be moving closer to an elusive 2nd win of the year as they extend that 4th quarter lead.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Here we go, here we go. Traffic, Panther 11, Panther 11. Panther street, Panther street.
Here's Richardson to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. And Richardson yet again.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Panthers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock. Look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Taken in at the 22. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Lions will take over.
Here's 1st and 10.
14. 14.
Now it's the backup Goff. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Back to throw, Goff.
To the left side, there's the tight end, Musgrave.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. And that should do it.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Panthers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Panthers, they'll take them when they can get them right about now, as a victory moves their record to 2-11 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for Detroit, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm